and Pilates instructor with a background in ballet, and I've had a number of friends and clients ask me about Kegel exercises and about recovering from pregnancy. And I know that from my own pregnancy, it was so important for me to regain strength and regain confidence in my body. For those of you who don't know what Kegel exercises are, they are your pelvic floor muscles that support your uterus, your bladder, your small intestines. They keep everything contained, and we all know that during pregnancy there's a lot of pressure going on there. There's a lot of just stretching and loosening of the muscles that happen so that your baby can come out. And so it's a real priority for us to recover those and to give ourselves that attention, to give your body the attention, to have the best possible chance to become strong and healthy once again. And so those of you who have experienced a little bit of diastasis recti, that's when the abdominals separate, it tends to happen with most women. You can actually measure how far your abdominals have separated by lying on your stomach and just putting your fingers in between your abs. You can also lie on your back and just contracting your tummy muscles and just feeling how big that gap is. So a little trick that I've learned in teaching and in working with clients, and also from a physio friend of mine, is to use a scarf. So I've got one here. And you can just fold it into a quarter or whatever, but the trick is that it should be wide enough that it can cross over your body like a corset, like so. Okay, so we're going to come down to the mat. You can lay it out. And I actually had to refilm the beginning part of this because I cut my head off in the screen, so that's why that happened. Anyway, come back down to the mat and very gently rolling down, taking care not to overstrain your tummy muscles. Okay, extending the scarf out, bringing your feet towards your body, about in line with your femur bone. Okay, your feet are hip width apart, so in line with your femur or your thigh bone. And then you're going to pull your heels as close to your bottom as possible. And relax the head down. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand across and make sure that it's like hugging your whole transverse abdominal over here, right across the oblique, and then the same with the other side. So it's almost like a little corset belt. That's the feeling anyway. Now if you take your finger and you place it in between your tummy muscles, when you contract, so for example if you bring your chin towards your knees, you will be able to feel that little separation, and that's the diastasis recti that we're trying to correct. So holding onto your scarf, we're going to take a breath in and breathe out. I want you to pull the scarf to either side, and you'll feel it's like a corset pulling your abs together. Okay, so we're going to just start off with 5 breaths again. So breathing in, making sure that your spine is against the mat, so it's in a neutral position. We're not arching and we're not contracting. So we're just keeping our backs nice and flat. I know your tummies are not used to exercising, or they feel a little bit strange. So just in a neutral position, take a breath in. Now as we breathe out, I want you to pull that pelvic floor muscle up at the same time as you pull. We're going to do 5 counts again, 5 times. Okay, breathe in and breathe out. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Pulling, so you're going to pull that pelvic floor up again. Breathe in and breathe out. Pull those tummy muscles together. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Release everything. Breathe out. Pull everything up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Relax those arms. It's a nice arm workout as well. Breathe out. Contract everything up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. And contract. Pull the pelvic floor up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. If you don't feel like you're pulling the pelvic floor muscles up, remember it's like you're holding a wee. That's the feeling that we're trying to get when we do this, okay? We're going to move on to the next exercise. So just to have a look at what we're going to do, breathing in. So now I'm pulling this scarf across so that my abdominals come together. And now all I do when I breathe out is I extend my right leg away on the breath out. And when I breathe in, I bring my leg back in, and then we switch to the other side. So we'll do 5 repetitions on each side. Just keep breathing. So we're using this Pilates breathing in and out, and don't be afraid of making a noise when you do that, okay? So this is a good arm workout as well. So we're going to get those chicken wings nice and tight. Breathing in, neutral spine, pulling up the Kegels, and breathe out, extending that right leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, other leg, and out. 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try keep those Kegel muscles pull up. 2, 3, 4, 5, other leg out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't release those Kegels. Keep them pulled up. And pulling the leg in. We've only got 1 more to go. And right. Good job making sure that you're visualizing those pelvic floor muscles pulling up and extend. And bringing it back in. And relax. Now some of your arms might be on fire, so just shake it out just for a second, okay? Now all I want you to do, so it's the same feeling but without using our legs. You can also, if that's a bit slow for you, you're welcome to do a double up. So the stronger you get, for example, we might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to use the video and do a double up, you're welcome to do that, okay? We're just going to do a very simple crunch now. So breathing in and out, lifting your head up, pull the Kegels up, and breathing in, release the arms and abdominals. Breathe out, pull the Kegels and the tummy muscles in, and release. And 3. Up, hold, and release. And pull. Pulling the Kegels up, pelvic floor is engaged, and release. And 5. Up, hold, and release. Good job. Okay, arms down on the floor just to give yourself a bit of a break. Slight pressure into the floor. And all I want you to do here is just arch that back, so pressing the lower back into the floor. Breathe in. Just releasing those abdominals. And I want you to do a small contraction, just picking the coccyx up off the floor. So breathing out, flattening that spine, and just contracting so your bum is just off the floor, the coccyx. Okay, now in this contracted position, I want you to dig your heels slightly into the floor, so you're forcing your glutes to release. So I want your activation and your energy to be in your heels, not in your glutes. You don't want to activate it yet. I know that when you start that roll up, you'll activate the glutes. I want it to be a very loose feeling here. So breathing in, pressure through the arms, through the heels, breathe in. And on the breath out, pull those Kegels up again. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, pull them up and release. Breathe in and out, pull them up and release and out. Okay, now we're going to do it a little bit quicker. We're going to go and breathe in, release and out. Pull them up and in, release and out. Pull them up and in, release, out. Pull them up, in, release, out. Pull them up, in, release, out. So you'll feel slight activation here in your lower abdominals. Release that coccyx to the floor and relax for a second. Okay, when we get a bit stronger, you might want to carry on into this next section where we start lifting our legs. So we're going to do the same exercise. It's your choice. If you want to continue using the scarf, you can really do that anytime. I'm going to keep using it here just to show you how it's done. Okay, so this I would say is section 2. So you would do the previous section for the first week or 2 after pregnancy, after you've had your baby. And now this section you can continue on with when you have a little more time and you feel a little bit stronger. Okay, breathing in, breathing out, pulling the pelvic floor up and the navel towards the spine. Okay, we're going to do a very simple extension. So we're going to breathe in, extend the leg out, pull the tummy muscles in, pull the pelvic floor muscles in. We're going to go leg lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift and return back. Same thing on the other side. Breathing in, extend. Breathing out, we go lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift and return back to center. And again, other leg, breathing in and lower and lift, lower and lift, breathing in, out, in, out and back to center. And breathing in and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and bring it in. Okay, we're going to do now a 45 degree hitch up. So we do the same thing. Breathing in, we go lower and lift, bring the knee in and lower and lift, making sure that the hips are in line with each other, and lower and lift and breathing in and breathing out. 2 more, in and out. Tighten everything, pulling in, pulling the belly in towards the spine, out and in and replace. Other leg, breathing in, extend, dropping it down and breathing and in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. Last one, in and out. Good job. Pulling the knees in towards the spine and just rocking the knees side to side. Okay, good job. So just holding on to your knees if you can. Close your eyes, breathe in. And in this position, I want you to breathe out and pull up those Kegel muscles. Breathing in and out. Pulling tummy muscles in and those pelvic floor muscles in. So it's like pulling your bottom and your pelvic floor in towards you. Like you're holding a wee, remember? Let's do it 5 times. We go in and out. 2 and in for 2 and out for 2 and in for 2, out for 2 and in 4, 2, and 4, 2, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out. Pulling the Kegels up, replacing the legs, and relax. Okay, so that's level 2. So that's your 3rd week. So you would continue right from the beginning through to there until about your 3rd or even your 4th week after having your baby. So this is still very much like recovering. You've had the trauma of your birth and you're recovering. So now this is the 3rd section. Before you can start light yoga, light exercise, that kind of stuff, of course you just need to speak to your gynae or your midwife and just double check that she's happy with the state of your body, that you feel comfortable in your skin, in your muscles, in your strength. Okay, so this one I'm going to use the band. I'm going to use the scarf one more time. So breathing in, breathing out, pulling it down, pulling those pelvic floor muscles up and rolling up through the body, feeling the pressure flatten and even through the feet, one vertebra at a time up to your bridge position, and try not to arch or release the rib cage. Pull it in. Use that scarf to support yourself. Hold it there, breathe in. Now in this bridge position we do the same Kegel exercise. It doesn't look like much because it's all going on inside. Breathing in and breathing out, pull. Pull up the muscles and breathe in, release. And pull out, breathe. Pull up those Kegels and release. Breathe in and breathe out. You should feel those little hamstrings also activating. Breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out, breathe in, and rolling down one vertebra at a time, resisting, taking it nice and slow. I actually love that. It just fires everything up in the back of the legs. Breathe in, breathe out, rolling up, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathing in, and out, 4, 2, release, 4, 2, breathe out, 4, 2, release, 4, 2, breathe out, pulling everything in, release, and out, everything in, release, one more time, and out, and release, and out, and rolling down, 2, 3, 4, 5, good job, extending those legs, extending those arms, reaching everything out, good job, deep breath in, deep breath out, letting your body just stretch from one side of the room to the other, good job, and we're going to come over into your child's pose, so onto your side, up onto all fours, open those knees nice and wide, and extend down. If you want to turn your head to the side, I sometimes find it really uncomfortable with my head forward, so you're welcome to turn your head to the side and just relax for a second, breathing in, and out, and walking your hands back to the center and to seated, crossing your legs and head roll to the right, just releasing the tension and thanking your body, thanking yourself for the time that you've taken. Now go and enjoy your beautiful baby, and I know you're not getting a lot of sleep, so when you have a chance to rest, when you have a chance to sleep, otherwise come down to the mat and do those little Kegels and strengthen your pelvic floor. That's enough, bye.